I entered a budget keyboard competition hosted by Switch and Click, and the rules were very simple. We were given a TES68 to start, and we had $40 to build it, and that includes modding. When it comes to like the lube and stuff like that, if you did want to use that, they don't account for the price of the product full, because it's not like you're going to use all of the lube that you buy for this keyboard. The keyboard I have is the teal version of the TES68, which is a wireless only board, but it is a great tester board, or just in general a board that you want to take around and not really have to worry too much about it. And this could be a great one for college or anything like that. With that being said, I also chose to pick up some Jwick Yellow Pros, and because I wanted to keep the green and sort of cat theme, I picked up these XD8 cat keycaps from AliExpress. Now in total the switches were $17.50 and the keycaps themselves were $19.99. So technically I only had $2.51 left to finish this keyboard. Now when it comes to the mods, I chose the following. I decided to do the clay mod, painter's tape, some dielectric grease because it's cheaper than actual lube. I did have to band-aid mod the plate so the stabilizers did not rattle. Now like I said before, it might seem like a lot of mods, but when you account for the fact that we're only charging myself for how much I'm actually using of the product, then it makes a lot more sense how come I could fit all of that in a small price point. To build it is quite simple. The only problem the TES68 has, in my opinion, is the fact that the PCB has separate screws in the plate, so that was kind of annoying to disassemble, but once you have it out, everything is just like you would do regularly. I put in the clay, then I used some tape. Now I was kind of worried because you aren't really supposed to use painter's tape for wireless boards. So if you were going to do this, I would probably recommend using electric tape just to be on the safer side. And then I lubed and tuned the stabilizers. The TES68 has some okay-ish stabilizers right out the box. They rattle a lot, but if you lube them, they're pretty decent. They're plate mounted, and the plate included is a steel plate. Now once I put in the clay and put the 2 layers of painter's tape on the PCB, I put everything back together and started installing my switches. These are a linear switch, and they do come factory lubed, which is the reason why I chose to use them. They do have the Jwick yellows, but I decided to go with the pros because apparently the lube job on the pros is a lot better than the standard yellows. Now I know the keycaps might look a little bit cheesy, but I felt like the green and yellow fit perfectly considering I was using Jwick yellow switches and I had a teal board. So it kind of all went together, and that was really what I wanted. A nice theme, and it overall represented my favorite color, green, and my YouTube channel because it has a cat as my profile picture. So overall, I just thought it was a very fun build. The keycap quality is actually quite good, surprisingly, for that price point. I was kind of expecting, you know, like really bad quality. Now XDA profile might take a little bit of time to get used to, but if you are able to, you know, type on it, there are plenty of really good cheap XDA keycaps on AliExpress or even on Amazon as well to choose from. With that all being said, here is a quick sound test so you guys can hear how it sounds, and then after I'll let you know how I did. So yeah, I think this keyboard turned out great. I love the way it sounds and just feels in general. Now I will say the Jwick Yellow Pros do feel better than the Jwick Yellows do, but they did still have some spring ping in there, and of course the steel plate was not really helping. With all the dampening in there, it definitely made a difference, and the clay mount always helps for plastic or cheap keyboards, so I definitely recommend doing that to any of your budget keyboards that you may have lying around, because it definitely does help in the sound department. Now unfortunately, I just barely missed first place, winning the competition. I got second place and the votes were very close. I believe I had 46% of the votes and the other person had 54. The other keyboard that won was also very nice. It had a really cool, I guess you could say, manga theme. So it was white and black, you know, just a very minimal look. I know some people might have not liked the look of mine because it might have been too in your face or something, but overall I really enjoy it and that's what matters. I'll be leaving everything I used in this video in the description below if you did want to build it yourself, and let me know what you guys think about this cat themed keyboard in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.